This is a quick spoiler warning, so if you haven't finished Skyrim, then most of this video will ruin some of the best parts of the game. So there you go. Ooh, whatto chaps, I am Magical Mike, and you can follow me on the Twitters at YTMagicalMike if you want to, though I wouldn't recommend it. And this time we're going to move on to number 3, the fight with Murali. This one's slap bang in the middle of my top 5, and the build up to this fight and the actual fight with Murali has to be the best dragon fight in the entire game. So far you've only seen one dragon, and that was Alduin, right at the start of the game, and he destroyed an entire town while you had to run away uselessly and your hands were bound and there was literally nothing that you could do. Well, now here's your chance to try your hand, or bow, or magic, and actually taking one on in a fight. So, you've been through the first dungeon at Bleak Falls Barrow, and you've found your preferred fighting style, hopefully, and you're hopefully also used to the controls by now. Good, because now is your best chance to actually test them. But before that, we've got a nice little build up to the actual fight itself. The Jarl's housecarl Eileth is ordered to take some men and investigate the Western Watchtower after being told that a dragon has attacked it. After hearing a rousing speech where she directly disobeys the Jarl's orders not to be a hero, sounds like a great idea, we get to make a fairly familiar run out of Whiterun and down the road along with a contingency of guards. If you've got a decent view distance and the weather isn't too foggy, you'll get to see the Western Watchtower slowly coming into view as you get closer. It's a very simple way of actually building the tension, but it works out well, and I find myself getting quite excited as the damaged tower revealed its little details like the smoke and everything. At first, there's no clear survivors and you're ordered to look around for them. The obvious choice is to look inside of the building, but if you resist that urge, you'll find a bunch of burnt corpses and arrows and all sorts of stuff littered around the area. The detail is quite disturbing if you actually think about it. However, walking into the entrance causes a guard to rush out and talk to you, and it triggers Murali to fly in from the mountains. Technically you won't actually see that if you're talking to the guard, but if you know what's to come, then you're going to be looking out that way and you're going to see him and you're going to get that real rush of adrenaline starting to come in. I think it's the best dragon fight in the game because you're simply a low level. I found that as you leveled up and got much better gear and all this sort of stuff and you just got better at the game, dragons became a more of a distraction than a threat. In fact, I found that fighting Alduin at the Time Wound was pretty much no challenge at all, because I'd taken my time to get to that point of the story, had overpowered gear, knew what I was doing, and my enchantments were super powerful. Also, having Dragon Rend makes most of the dragons trivial because you can make them play by your own rules. Anyway, with Murali you don't have that option. If you're playing a melee-based class, then you had better be patient and better be prepared to dodge a lot of the swooping dive bombs and fire breath attacks, or you're going to get roasty toasted. As a bow-wielding class, you'll do some damage, but running out of arrows is a real worry, and the same goes for a mage due to your limited magicka. Usually the battle's really touch and go. I found it quite dramatic and fast paced most of the times I played through it, but sometimes it is a pain in the arse to try and just wait for the guy to land so that you can get some hits in. Oh, and hearing the main theme music playing as you're playing? Seriously, gave me nerd chills the first time. Easily one of the best parts of Skyrim, and definitely one of the most rewarding feelings when you beat him. Unlocking the first word of fus-ro-dah is a bonus too. Oh, So after that one I need a break. I need to rest my weary sword arm and go and grab a jug of mead in the old inn. But stick around to hear what my final couple of choices turn out to be. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at YTMagicalMike, and I hope you enjoyed this part, and I will see you next time. Cheerio.